phones are up. Now this guy gets an A for effort, first of all. He called us an hour ago. He kept calling. The phones were busted. We found a way to get it going, and that is Clay Holmes of the New York Yankees here on the Fan Tiki and Tierney. Clay, what's happening, buddy? Welcome to the show for the first time. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing great. Good to be with you guys. Just ready to see some spring training action here.
Yeah, no doubt. So I was just going through the lineup here. I want to get your thoughts on that, but just the overall vibe, the way the season ended. There's a lot of youth in camp, and obviously the excitement of a new season here down in Florida. It's still so early where I don't believe the monotony is really set in. But how's the vibe at camp so far?
Man, it's been great. Obviously, like you said, the way last year ended, I think everybody's, basically come to camp knowing that there's some unfinished business. And obviously this is the time of the year where you kind of lay the foundation of and to put together a really good season as a team that starts now. And I think guys have showed up with that, just the energy and the mentality to basically take every day and take advantage of it. And man, it's been a great energy here so far. And obviously, we got a lot of, like I said, youth, but a lot of just returning players that it's just great to be in this clubhouse and see the guys work and just really go about their business each day and get ready to get this season started.
Clay, I want to get to any conversations you may have had with Aaron Boone about what your role is going to be. We've talked about you as the closer. We saw you potentially moving into that role last year. We know how the season ended, but what have you and Aaron Boone talked about as you think about your role in the closer position specifically for this 2023 season?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, first, I think that just our bullpen in general can be a strength of this team. I mean, we have some arms down there. I mean, a lot of us returning, but we had a couple additions with Tommy and whatnot. But I mean, just the whole bullpen is going to be a strength, and I think we believe that. We believe in each other, and really, we look forward to going and competing with each other and handing the ball off. Obviously, there's a lot of different looks that we can give teams with a lot of different types of pitchers, a lot of different length that people can provide, even high leverage, kind of like what King was doing. And I think that because of that, there's going to be an ability to be kind of versatile and kind of adapt with certain situations each night. Obviously I got to close a few games out last year, and I love doing that. And I think there'll definitely be some opportunity there this year, and really just look forward to taking the ball and helping the team win, really, whatever situation that looks like.
Yeah. Do you want to be the closer? Do you want that traditional closer role? Is that how you see yourself?
I want to win, and whatever that looks like, really. I mean, honestly, it's, if I'm got the ball in the ninth inning and we have a chance to win, then, that's the spot I want to be in. I want to help this team win, and, whatever that looks like, really. And, if I find myself there in the ninth inning with a lead and we're getting wins and I'm being successful, then, that's really what it's all about, is just getting those wins and putting together a good season to get us in the playoffs to get another shot at bringing the trophy home. But, at the end of the day, it's this is whatever position that helps the team win, and, I'm going to do all I can to be the most prepared for whatever situation that is.
So we're talking to Clay Holmes of the Yanks. He's with us here on Tiki and Tierney Show, WFAN. So, your sinker is just, it's filthy, man. I mean, it is, I don't know how anybody hits this thing when it's on. It's flat out disgusting. But the problem for you that doesn't always surface, but when it does, it's a dilemma. The break, just the way it just is so pronounced that you can't always control it. Is it as simple as hitting that same release point every single time and making sure it's at a specific spot up in the strike zone so that when it does drop, it's in the zone? Because that's tough to navigate. You don't know where that's always going. How do you do that?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely one of those pitches that, like you said, because of the movement, it can kind of get tricky. I mean, at times, obviously, when my release is right, I know I can start it at a certain area when everything, the timing with my body and all that stuff lines up and the release comes out. I know I can start it in a certain area, at a certain spot, and that gives me the best chance for basically, if I'm on time, for the pitch to be a good strike, and even makes my misses very competitive. But like you said, when that movement's off a little bit or the timing's off a little bit, it's like, which one do you go with? Do you try to change the movement, or do you change the release? Do you change the where you're starting at? I think it all depends. That's one thing that you really have to know your body, know yourself, know the situation, and ultimately just you have to, when it comes down to it, be convicted in what you choose. And but I think for me, honestly, when I'm convicted in the starting point, and man, I'm just going to rip this sinker at the starting point and let it do what it's going to do. Typically, the timing is there more times than not, and it ends up kind of where I wanted to end up. So for me, I think it's just trusting that starting point and letting my body do its thing and let the sinker move how it wants to move.
It's probably not that dissimilar from, a professional golf swing where a guy really airs it out. Like if you're chasing, swing speed and a ridiculous ball speed, that if one little thing, one little angle, one little thing is out of whack, it's going to throw you off a bit. And the pitch clock, let's face it, that could throw you off as well. We were talking to CC Sabathia a couple of weeks ago. We had him on the show in studio, and he talked about something I didn't really give much thought to, but it makes a lot of sense. To gear up and to be able to throw triple digits, as so many guys in the majors do, certainly high 90s, you need those extra 5, 6, 7, 8 seconds. And science actually proves this, to really gear up, regenerate, to be able to max out velo-wise. Do you think that we're going to see a diminished average velocity around baseball this year?
I don't know. It's tough to say. I mean, my gut says no. I think that, I don't know, players are so well trained now, and, I mean, it's come down to just very specific stuff that I think for the most part, velocities are going to be around the same. Obviously, if innings get really stretched out, you're in July down in, St. Louis or somewhere. Sure, the heat and that clock could probably get to you and speed up a little bit, but I don't know. My gut feeling says no, but I guess time will tell. See how really fast that is and how much it really impacts your pitch and your recovery time.
Yeah, we're getting used to seeing the pitch clock on the screen as we watch these games. Before we let you go, I actually love it too. Before we let you go, we have to ask you about some of the kids that are Volpe and Peraza and Dominguez and these guys. What's been your impression of them as a group?
Yeah, I think just like the eagerness. These guys, all the young guys here, they're so just eager to learn about their craft. To make sure that they're just kind of locked in and knowing what they're doing and really just the awareness of just how to be good and what that process looks like. They're so just very honed in on what they need to do and very eager to do it. So, I think there's a lot to be excited about, obviously, and obviously the talent's there. So I think the sky's the limit for a lot of these young guys here.
I know you got to stay in your own lane and obviously get yourself ready for the season. But the Yankees have basically said it's open. Do you get the sense that shortstop is truly an open battle?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll see. Obviously, I'm not kind of hanging around those guys too much, other than kind of in the locker room. But I don't know where they're all playing. It seems like so far they've all kind of been bouncing around all over the place. So I don't know. We'll see. Obviously, 4 weeks is a lot of time, so a lot can change. But just the way these guys prepare and go about it, it's been fun to see. And I know however things shake up, that we'll have somebody at shortstop that can really pick it, and I think every pitcher would be comfortable having out there.
There you go. Well, listen, man, obviously still early in the spring training. Eventually it's going to get a little monotonous for you guys, as I said, but I don't know that we're quite there yet. So enjoy the vibe down there in Florida. Can't wait to see what you guys have when you come up north. We're all big expectations, as always, for the Yankees. And thanks for a couple of minutes, Clay. We appreciate it.
Definitely. Good talking to you guys.
Thank you,
too,
Clay.
man.
Good luck,
Looking
man.
forward to meeting you. Clay Holmes, of course, of the Yankees.